Thank you. I'm joined now by Michael Allen, former Majority Staff Director for the House Intelligence Committee and former National Security Council Special Assistant to George W. Bush. So, Michael, let's pick up where Kelly left off. She says we don't know. One person, more than one. Was this lone wolf? Is it too early to say? Do you have any indications based on what you've been seeing and hearing from London?
I do. I think that this is very likely, at a minimum, someone that was inspired by the ISIS rhetoric, the fact that they have heretofore held a caliphate over in Iraq and Syria so far. We know that there are as many as 7,000 European foreign fighters who have been in theater and who've, in effect, been sent back home. This is part of the strategy these days. Take the fight back to your neighborhoods, back to subways and the rest. And so while we still have a lot to learn, and I know that we'll get the information because the British have a fantastic internal intelligence service, I have a feeling it's going to be ISIS-inspired or part of an ISIS network. Which
brings up the same questions that we so often, sadly, talk about here on this set with you, which is how do you prevent something like this? And challenge for police like the folks in London.
I know. I think the American people have to accept that this is an open-ended contest. It's been going on at least since the late 90s, and we're going to continue to have to do it. The keys are greater intelligence, deny them safe haven, and over time we have to get our act together on messaging the community so that we have friends there and can de-radicalize.
A couple of moments ago we watched President Trump walk back into the White House there, walk into the West Wing to say he was going to call the Prime Minister. He spoke a little bit about this attack and he was tweeting about it this morning. He said, "Another attack in London by a loser terrorist. These are sick and demented people who were in the sights of Scotland Yard. Must be proactive." There's a couple of things here. It kind of sounds like he might have some information here that we don't know yet. Is that your impression?
I think so. We have a wonderful relationship with the British. We share with them the top intelligence that we have. If he went too far there and tipped his hand, I think we're going to get reprimanded again by the British and our allies. Well, I mean, I don't know yet, but it looks like what they've said to us on many of occasions, and which is something to the effect of, why can't you Americans keep a secret? It is a disincentive to work with you if you can't keep a secret. So more to come. I mean, this has been going on for a long time. We have sort of an indiscipline across the bureaucracy. Everybody feels like they need to get out there and talk about these what should be secret matters, but we'll see.
Do you read that as a dig towards Scotland Yard?
No, I didn't read it that way. I read it as, hey, Scotland Yard was on the case. Was on the case, and they had to act quicker before they got arrested.
New York City police announced back here at home that they're stepping up their patrols of mass transit at bridges and tunnels, even though they say they have no word of any plans or any threat to Manhattan, to the city, to New York. Is that the right move? It's a move we often see in these situations.
I think so. I mean, I think you can't have a go off in an allied capital and not do anything here. But they have a big presence. They're excellent up there. You've seen aviation security measures come through the administration in recent months. I think they're always looking for a way to tighten the noose because the United States and Great Britain and our allies are always going to be targets.
Michael Allen, thank you very much for that perspective. I appreciate you joining me here.